What's up, guys? Welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas. Quick question. Who wants to see some tarantula rehousings? Well, you're in luck because that's what today's video is about. Now, if you will take a close look at the large enclosure there on your left, you can probably identify which species is going to be rehoused there. That one should be fun, so I'm going to be taking some precautions. Not that I'm worried about it bolting, I just don't want that species loose in the house. Not that I want any of them loose in the house, but especially not that one. All of that being said, I'm going to get rearranged here and get set up. You guys go get a drink and a snack. Let's meet right back here and let's rehouse some tarantulas. All right, so this first rehouse ought to go relatively smoothly. This is a pretty docile North American species, a terrestrial species. This is the formerly named Brachypelma, now renamed Cottle. Very, very hard name to say. And the species name is the Albopilosum or Albopilosus, if I am not mistaken. The species name has been changed to Albopilosus, not Albopilosum. Either way, we all know it as the curly hair. Now, this little guy here is just kind of out of space because it displaced all of the substrate and it really has no place to hide. Plus, it's eventually going to need a bigger house anyway, which we have right here. Now, this one here, I got as a freebie from Nature's Exquisite Creatures. I've had it for about a year, and when I got it, this thing was tiny. And look at it now. I mean, it's inch and a half or better now. For some reason, this thing is growing pretty fast. It's crazy. So this ought to go relatively easily. Now, I debated whether to just coax a spider onto my hand and then into the enclosure, but I think just to reduce the risk of any kind of a bolt or anything, although it is a Brachypelma, especially the Albopilosum, we're not going to run that risk, so I'm going to try to just coax it into this here vial very easily. I love these tarantulas. They're so calm most of the time and just chill. You can't really see it through the plastic there, so let's just go ahead and get it into its new home. I haven't been able to sex it yet, so I'm not sure male or female or anything like that. But this house right here ought to last it for quite a while because these are a slow-growing species, although this one has been growing pretty quickly. But there it is now in its new house, my curly hair tarantula in its new house. Nice and smooth as always. Let's move on to the next one. This one should be fun. Flash on. Alright, so before we rehouse this one, just want to give you kind of a quick tour of the enclosure. I've got one of those skulls in there. It's got a nice place for it to hide. I've got some leaf litter. I've got a water dish. The only thing that is missing is a bunch of sticks and stuff because these guys are prolific webbers. But I will get that out of its present enclosure once I get the tarantula out. Then I will rearrange some sticks all around the skull for it to make its nice little web home, and then we'll get it in there. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go, so just wish me luck. Now, you'll see that I've got some paper towels placed in each corner. That is in case the tarantula bolts somewhere. It may want to like hide in the paper towel and feel safe rather than up and out of the enclosure, whatever. I can't take credit for that. That goes to Tom Moran. He came up with that, so I cannot take credit for that, but I think it's a pretty good idea, and hopefully it'll work. I have not seen this tarantula in quite a long time. I get glimpses of it every once in a while, so I don't know exactly how big it is, but I have caught glimpses of it in the last couple of days. It hasn't necessarily outgrown this enclosure, but I want to open this enclosure up for another tarantula later on. Plus, I just wanted to check on this one. So that's basically why I'm rehousing it. So I think the best way to do this is just to go ahead and grab a hold of this and pull it all out, and let's see what happens. So here we go. Wish me luck. Quite strong the webbing is there. And the whole big chunk that this tarantula is in there somewhere. we'll go ahead and get the enclosure out of the way. And I guess we'll just kind of start picking at the webbing here and see if we can't coax the tarantula out. Or at least find out where it is. There, I see it. Gosh, that webbing is quite strong. This is going to be tricky extracting the tarantula from this mass of webbing because it is pretty tough stuff. Please ignore the ugly scrape on the back of my hand, just a small workplace incident, not a bad injury, just kind of ugly. I don't have a band-aid big enough to cover it. Boy, I tell you what, this is probably the trickiest rehouse, or at least extraction of a tarantula that I have had to do, because this is some pretty tough webbing, and I still have not found the tarantula. Seems to be hiding really well in all of this stuff, but we will hopefully find it here at some point. It's kind of nerve-wracking because I don't know where it's at or what the hell is going to happen. This thing could come flying out here at any moment out of anywhere. I did get a glimpse of it just a bit ago, but now I have since lost track of it, so I don't know where it is, which is kind of nerve-wracking, really. Start pulling some of these sticks out of here. Definitely one of the hardest extractions, like I said, of a tarantula that I've had to do so far. And I'm trying to be real careful because I don't want to pull on any webbing, cause it to collapse and squish the spider. I don't want to grab some legs or something and pull them off. So I'm trying to be cautious, but at the same time I'm trying to be quick so this video does not run too long, that I can get the spider out into its new home. Just going to warn you guys, I feel like I may sneeze here in just a minute, so please forgive me for that if I do. Wow, I still don't see this darn thing. And I know at one point it's just going to come flying out of somewhere. Quite a mess here. This is definitely the hardest extraction, I guess you would call it, that I have had to do to find or remove a tarantula. And I just really do not know where it is. I have just completely lost it. I don't see it anywhere. And I really don't like pulling on that webbing because it collapses on itself, and I don't want to harm the tarantula. And I realize that this is probably getting kind of boring for you guys because we have seen absolutely nothing yet. And I just really don't know where it is. I'm just completely beside myself and baffled because I cannot find the tarantula anywhere. I don't know where it is. Hold on, guys, just a second. Alright, so I switched to some finer tipped tongs or tweezers or whatever here. Make sure it's not in the substrate anywhere. Nope. It is in this webbing somewhere. I just have no idea where it is. So we're just going to have to kind of break it open. I think I finally found it. Yep, I sure did. There it is, finally. It's a little bit bigger than I expected. And boy, is it a beauty. There it is. So far, it hasn't really moved. I think it thinks that it's still hidden. Let's see here if I can get you up close look at it. There it is. I am going to get it into the bottle, get it transferred, and we're going to end this video. So, let's see here. Got my bottle and my little card to transfer it. So let's do this. So far, so good. Tarantula actually has not even taken a defensive stance yet. There it goes. Up and into the bottle, and it's bigger than I thought it was. And at this point, judging by the size of it and everything, and the fact that there's no hooks or palps, I believe we might have ourselves a female. And boy, is she a beauty. So let me get everything rearranged again here, and let's get her in her new house. Alright, real quick, I'll just show you guys kind of what I've done with the enclosure. I've taken all those sticks and I've left some of the webbing on there so that she can sense that and feel at home. But I pulled a lot of the webbing off and just kind of arranged the sticks all around the skull so that she's got plenty of anchor points, leaving, of course, this large hole in the skull kind of open for her entrance and exit. But I'm going to get the camera reset up and let's get her in her new house. Okay guys, so here is a quick look at her, and she has stayed quite calm the entire time that I have had her out of her enclosure. She has not acted defensive or tried to bolt or anything like that. So she's quite a stunning tarantula. For size reference, there are my fingers. She is bunched up, so she's a good 3.5, 4 inches, maybe bigger than that. I'm not really sure. She's definitely bigger than I thought she was. And I keep saying she just because of the appearance and the size and everything. I'm pretty sure that it's a female. This should go pretty easy because she has been pretty calm so far. But I say that, and then this will be the worst part of the rehouse right here. But let's see if we can get her to go backwards. There we go. And she tried to bolt for just a second. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, just another quick glimpse of her here. She is roaming around, checking out her surroundings. That one little almost bolt that she did there at the beginning was the closest thing that she has really done to being bolty or defensive or anything like that. So, wow, she is stunning. I got that door closed just in time. She also looks like she's in a pre-molt, so we will see. Oh my goodness, is she getting a drink of water? Anyway, I'm going to end this video before she bolts up out of the top of this enclosure. I hope that you did enjoy it and that you'll let me know with a thumbs up and a comment. Look at that beauty, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't done that. Share this video with your friends. Take care of yourselves and each other. And of course, have a great day or a great night wherever you are. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.